Hello. Who's the best TNA World Champion on WWE 2K24? Well, let's find out, shall we? The format for this video, there's 11 former TNA, GFW, or Impact, or even NWA World Champions while TNA was the home of the NWA Championship. There's 11 men who have held one or more of those titles on this game. So we're going to have a 5-man battle royal and then a 6-man battle royal, completely randomly drawn. The two winners will have a singles match to determine who's the best. And we're starting with Drew McIntyre, who of course won the title when it was the TNA World Championship the first time, before the rebranding to Impact. Obviously under the name Drew Galloway. He beat Matt Hardy, who isn't on this game, for the TNA World Championship, having won a Feast or Fired championship opportunity, which I didn't know that's how he ended up being world champion. Like, I was aware that he was TNA World Champion, but I wasn't really following TNA. That was in 2016, and clearly I wasn't following then. But here he is, the first entrant to try to become the best TNA World Champion on this game. Okay! Whew! Going back a little bit further now. Wait, when are we going back to? We're going all the way back to 2009 when Mick Foley, who is only on the game as a manager, as Mick Foley. So I chose Cactus Jack. I feel like Cactus Jack is the closest gimmick to just being Mick Foley. I feel like when Mick Foley wrestles, he's quite often wearing the Cactus Jack shirt, and he's more Cactus Jack-esque than Dude Love or Mankind. So I chose Cactus Jack to represent Mick Foley. He won the title at Lockdown 2009 in a, would you believe, a 6 Sides of Steel match at Lockdown? Surely not. He won the title from Sting, who is not in this game. I will only give details of who they won the title from and or lost it to if they're not in this game. And if I can find it quickly enough. Okay, who's out next? Oh, so here's why I didn't give Drew McIntyre's who he lost it to. Because I knew he was going to be in this video. Yeah, Bobbert Lashley won the title from Drew Galloway, who is obviously Drew McIntyre in this video, at Slammiversary 2016. So Drew only had a 3-month reign with the title. And Lashley then won the title one more time. Wait, that was his third and okay, no, he won it a bunch. So he first won it back in 2014 from Eric Young. So, yeah. He won it. He lost it and then won it back to hold it a second time. That was in 2015, January 2015. He only held the belt for less than a month that time. Then the third reign was the one where he won it from Drew McIntyre or Drew Galloway at Slammiversary 2016. He then lost that. Well, he then collected the X Division title by beating Eddie Edwards and the King of the Mountain Championship by beating James Storm. And then retired the King of the Mountain Championship and vacated the X Division Championship. Then he actually lost that reign to Eddie Edwards and then won it back for his final reign. And he was the final TNA World Champion before it got unified with the GFW World Championship or Global Championship. Anyway, R-Truth, back in the days when it was still the NWA Championship that was TNA's primary championship. I think R-Truth was, Ron Killings was the second. Right? Ken Shamrock was first? I think R-Truth was second. I don't actually have that list open because there's not that many off that list on this video. Maybe I should have that list open. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the second one. I'm gonna open the list. I'm gonna have a look. We may as well while the entrances are happening. Let's get down to TNA. Yeah, he was second, losing it to Jeff Jarrett after what, a 3.5 month reign. And Jeff Jarrett's obviously not in this game. Oh, okay. I love this music. It's still one of the greatest theme songs ever. I stand by that. Bobby Roode won the title back in 2011 from James Storm. Only a little bit over a week after Storm won his first World Championship, and only, I believe. His tag team partner betrayed him, Bobby Roode, and beat him for the world title, and then held it for 256 days, which was until I think until Josh Alexander's historic reign was the longest in TNA history. Yeah, pretty sure. All the way back from 2011. Then he ended up losing the title to Austin Aries. So James Storm and Austin Aries not in this game. I will say, by the way, this video is taking place in the NXT arena because of the working relationship between TNA and NXT. And I'm uploading this video at all because we've just had the crowning of a brand new TNA World Champion this past weekend, and I figured, sure, this seems like a good thing to do. Fingers crossed, the current TNA World Champion might be in 2K25. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? And then we can really explore who's the best if he's in the game. But I think, is that all 5 entrances? It is indeed. So 5 are in the ring. That will become 1. Then we'll have 6 more enter. Oh, Bobby Roode almost got eliminated straight away, but managed to kick Drew McIntyre in the face and get back into the ring. But yeah, we'll get these 5 down to 1, and then we'll have 6 more. Uh-oh, is Cactus Jack just going over the top? No, Bobby Lashley not taking that opportunity. Yeah, we'll have 6 more former TNA World Champions. And then the 2 winners will face off. Oh, Drew McIntyre survives elimination this time. Getting a knee up to combat Bobby Lashley's dreaded spear. And then clotheslines him. So we do have one interesting interaction in this match, which is that Bobby Lashley did in fact win the TNA World Championship from Drew McIntyre. So there's a direct winner and loser of the title in this match together. And they've also, I believe, have they exchanged the WWE Championship, or have they just fought over it? I know they did that weird thing with The Miz, didn't they, where The Miz was like the transitional champion between Drew and Bobby for whatever reason. But did they ever actually have one of them beat the other for the WWE title? Like, I know they fought for it, but was there ever a title change, is my question. I don't remember one. DDT to Drew by Cactus Jack. And Lashley's got Roode up. No, Roode. Oh, chop block. R2 sends Cactus Jack into the corner, but gets punched in the face for his troubles. And again. Now Drew McIntyre turns his attention to Cactus Jack. Russian leg sweep. And the suplex frontwards. Look at Lashley. Last one standing, but Bobby Roode's back up now. Oof, nice short arm shoulder tackle there by Lashley, and an elbow drop. Ooh, knee lift by Cactus Jack, but only staggered Lashley. Now R-Truth going after Drew McIntyre. Power slam by Cactus Jack to Bobby Lashley. This is all action. You could almost say it's total non-stop action, this match. Falcon Arrow by R-Truth. Shame it's not a pinfall scenario, because no one kicks out the Falcon Arrow. Oh, Lashley goes after R-Truth. Oh, is he thinking Dominator here? He is! Oh my god, the impact of that. It's absolutely brutal. Oh, but Bobby Roode sends Bobby Lashley, the Battle of the Bobbies, to the outside. Oh, and R-Truth's just been eliminated by Cactus Jack. Poor R-Truth. First one eliminated. Ron Killings doesn't deserve that. Oh, look at that shove from Lashley, though. The Battle of the Bobbies not going Roode's way. Oh, really not going his way. He just ate a spear after fighting off Drew McIntyre. I don't think it's fair. And no one man should have to fight off Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. Oh, but you know what? Bobby Roode's doing an okay job of it. Oh, shoved off by Drew McIntyre, though. Cactus Jack running through the bodies. Reverse DDT by Rude. Meanwhile, Lashley's trying to eliminate Cactus Jack over there. Bobby Roode's just going to watch, it seems, and let Drew McIntyre. No, he's going to go back after Drew McIntyre. I was going to say he's going to let him recover in the corner, but no, he is not. He is, in fact, not going to allow that. Now, the Battle of the Bobbies continues. Oof. Back elbow by Lashley, though, to Rude's face. Was Cactus Jack going for a choke slam then? It looked like he was going for a choke slam. Meanwhile, Bobby Roode trying to eliminate Drew McIntyre here. Cactus Jack going to join him. Are they going to be successful? Whoa! Just onto the apron. Kicks him off. And fights off Bobby Roode as well. Gets back into the ring, does Drew McIntyre. Russian leg sweep by Bobby Roode, though. Now, Foley. Done teaming up with Roode. Eliminates him. And then there were three. Oh, left arm clothesline by Cactus Jack. Takes out Drew McIntyre, who then moves out of the way of the knee drop. But just straight into the waiting arms of Bobby Lashley. He sends him over the top, but Mick Foley doesn't see the opportunity and he's taking out Bobby Lashley. Drew McIntyre manages to get back into the ring. That was an opportunity to eliminate a very dangerous competitor, but Cactus Jack didn't spot it. Oh, there's how dangerous he is. Gut wrench powerbomb. Look at the strength on display by all of these men. Bobby Lashley with that German suplex, making Drew McIntyre look like he weighs nothing. Look at that, deadlifting him up for a powerbomb as well. Incredible strength by the Almighty. Now he's got Cactus Jack up. Oh, Jack escapes though. Now he's got Bobby Lashley. Keep an eye on him, ref. He might be pulling his hair. Oh, everything stopped. Why is everything stopped? Well, Bobby Lashley hasn't stopped. The other two had, though. Now, what's Lashley got in mind for Cactus Jack? Oh, into the corner and then just flings in. And then runs through Drew McIntyre. Showing why he's called the Almighty right at this moment. Look at this. Delayed vertical suplex. Look at the impressive strength. Walking around with Cactus Jack held high. One arm. And drops him in the suplex. Very impressive stuff by Bobby Lashley. Cactus Jack straight back up to his feet, though. There was a period of time where Bobby Lashley, when he first returned to WWE, was putting people away with that. Oh, meeting of the minds, courtesy of Lashley. Foley reverses the Irish whip, though. Lashley onto the apron, and Drew takes Foley out. And now, hoists up Lashley as he gets back into the ring. Drives him down. Uh-oh. Mandible claw by Cactus Jack. He's not even got any hand protection on. He's still going to apply the mandible claw. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This isn't good for Lashley. Oh, the pile driver. And suddenly Cactus Jack is really in control of this one. Kick to the midsection. Look at this. He's absolutely dominating. Double arm DDT. They're both at Cactus Jack's mercy here. Bobby Lashley eliminated. Is Cactus Jack going through to the final? Drew McIntyre hasn't moved since that DDT. Sends Drew over the top. And eliminates him. What a dominant display at the end there by Cactus Jack. Very impressive. Wow. Okay, let's go straight into the six-man battle royal and find out who we'll be facing in the final, shall we? Alright, 6 men remain. One of these men will go on to face Cactus Jack in the final. Starting with L.A. Knight, then known as Eli Drake, the only man on this roster to have held the GFW Global Force Wrestling World Championship, at least in TNA. Maybe someone else on the game held it when it was a separate company, but when the titles were unified, there was only 2 champions before it was turned into the Impact World Championship upon the rebranding of TNA into Impact. Eli Drake won a 20-man gauntlet, pinning Eddie Edwards as the final 2 wrestlers after the title was vacated by Alberto El Patron, who is not in this game, thankfully, and lost the title to Austin Aries, who also isn't in the game, as I've already mentioned. So there you have it. Now the first NWA world champion under the TNA banner, so technically the first TNA World Heavyweight Champion, even though it wasn't called that at the time, Ken Shamrock. He won the title from Malice, who was, oh, okay, it was The Wall. No way, I never knew that Ken Shamrock beat The Wall for the NWA World title when he won it in TNA on the first ever TNA weekly pay-per-view, when they had the weekly pay-per-view model in the very early days in 2002. Yeah, Ken Shamrock's here. And of course, the one name I accidentally spoiled in the first match for somebody who's actually on the game when I mentioned that R-Truth won it was second, Ken Shamrock was first. Yeah, he lost the title to Ron Killings, aka R-Truth, after just 49 days, 7 weeks with the title. Now, arguably the name that comes to mind when you say who's the best TNA World Champion on WWE 2K24, I feel like most people would probably say AJ Styles, and the other person that people are likely to say is also in this match, in my opinion. But yeah, I think the first name to come to mind is AJ Styles. First won the title in 2003, which when he was still very young in the business. In a three-way match involving then champion Jeff Jarrett and Raven, and then lost it back to Jeff Jarrett, and then won it back from Jeff Jarrett, and then lost it to Ron Killings, who I didn't realise was a two-time champion. Crazy stuff. Won it for the third time, again from Jeff Jarrett in 2005, lost it to Raven about a month later. Let's keep going, because he's got a bit of history. He's got a bit of history with these various titles. Has old AJ here. So that's the end of his run with the NWA title, but then the TNA title, he won in a 5-way match from someone else in this match as the then champion, but the 5-way match also involved Hernandez, Matt Morgan, and Sting. And then he lost it to someone else in this match. And then did he win it back again? He did. Way later, 2013, which he then vacated because of his contract dispute, and I think that was when he left and went to New Japan. Now, here's Kurt Angle, who is the mystery man, who I not only alluded to being the other name that you might think of in this category automatically, but also who AJ won the title from in the 5-way match. Also, Kurt Angle is the first 2 TNA World Champions. He won the title by beating Christian Cage and Sting in a 3-way match for the new title after the NWA stripped Christian Cage of the NWA World title. Then he vacated it due to a double fall result in that match. He only held it for a day. Then he won it again in a King of the Mountain match involving AJ Styles, Chris Harris, Christian Cage, and Samoa Joe. Oh, but after the event, Angle's reign and the vacancy were no longer recognized, and thus this is viewed to be the start of the title's history. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, Kurt Angle, what, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times TNA World Champion? Yeah, I think 5. Oh no, there's a 6th one. Way later in 2015. Anyway, here's Rob Van Dam, who won the title from AJ Styles in that 5-way match that I mentioned. Did he win it a second time at all? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. He actually vacated the title due to a storyline injury. Not even a legit injury. It's crazy. But yeah. Rob Van Dam, as he's currently telling us, is in this video. Good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, TNA's got a really varied history, and a lot of them have gone on to be in WWE at some point. Even the ones that came from WWE have ended up going back. Final one? Yep. So, quite possibly the biggest character transformation, maybe R-Truth. But yeah, Bubba Ray Dudley, known in TNA as Bully Ray. Well, known at first as Brother Ray, but when they split up Team 3D, he was Bully Ray. And he won the TNA World Championship. Let me find it. Or was it the Impact World Championship? No, I think it was the TNA. Where is he? There he is. Won it from Jeff Hardy in a steel cage match, which I do remember. Not only because I've actually done a watch along on WWE Baszler, but I actually just remember watching that match at the time as well. Part of the Aces and Eights storyline, which I really enjoyed. That was Lockdown 2013. He lost the title to Chris Sabin, then won it back 4 weeks later in a cage match at Hardcore Justice in August 2013. And then lost it to AJ Styles, and that was the end of his run as a world champion. And that title, where AJ won it from Bully Ray, was his last one with the company before he left and went to New Japan, and then eventually on to WWE. So there you go. So lots of history between people in this match. AJ and Bully Ray have directly exchanged the title. I think AJ and Kurt Angle have. AJ and Rob Van Dam have. So yeah, lots of... in fact, at one point it went from Kurt Angle to AJ Styles to Rob Van Dam. So lots of connections in here. LA Knight taking the fight to AJ Styles. Yeah. Oh, throws him over the top, but then decides not to pursue the elimination and gets monkey flipped by Kurt Angle instead. Now Angle scoops up Rob Van Dam, who slips down behind. Chop block. Going to work on the leg of Kurt Angle is kind of ironic. Hurricane Rana to Ken Shamrock by Rob Van Dam. Very nice. And there's carnage in there at the moment. They're all pairing off and fighting each other all over the place. Neckbreaker to Shamrock. Got two ankle lock specialists in there. Of course, the ankle lock not going to win you a battle royal anytime quickly, but you can certainly weaken your opponent so they can't hoist you up and over the top rope as easily by playing an ankle lock. Yeah, but what do we think? Do we want to see a Kurt Angle, Ken Shamrock ankle locks match? Like a submission match? They'd probably manage to finish it with a non-ankle lock, wouldn't they, knowing my luck? But we could potentially do that. Let me know in the comments. Let me know any suggestions for matches you'd like to see in the comments. Suggestions are always welcome. AJ Styles stomping away at the man he won the TNA title from, then going after another man he won the TNA title from. Oh, big suplex. Kind of a Falcon Arrow, really, by Ken Shamrock there. Russian leg sweep to Bubba Ray Dudley by LA Knight. Gets his leg picked by AJ. Kick to the midsection of Angle now. These two have had some battles. Neckbreaker. Oh, but then kicked while he's down by Ken Shamrock. Van Dam trying to eliminate Bubba Ray Dudley. They've got some history all the way back to ECW. And then Rob Van Dam gets flung across the ring. AJ fights his way back in. A few from... Oh, Angle slam to Bully Ray. Wait, what's AJ doing? Burning Hammer. Wait, do you think he's in Japan? You can't do that here, AJ. Yeah, there's a few ECW World Champions. Well, there's a couple, isn't there? There's Kurt Angle and Rob Van Dam. There's a few WWE World Champions here as well. Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam. Yeah, there's a lot of success within WWE as well. Of course, Bubba Ray Dudley, mostly known in WWE as a tag team wrestler, but a very, very successful one at that. LA Knight, recently United States champion. Ken Shamrock, former Intercontinental champion, tag team champion. Was he hardcore champion at some point? He probably was. Pretty much everyone was, weren't they? Snap suplex by Shamrock to Angle. Uh-oh. Elimination attempt. Bubba Ray Dudley trying to get rid of LA Knight. And LA Knight says the opposite of yeah. Says no, in fact, and gets back into the ring. Oh, Angle dodges that spin kick from Rob Van Dam. Probably good for him. It's hard to win a battle royal if you've had your head kicked off. Now he's going to try and eliminate him while AJ tries to eliminate LA Knight. Oh, elbow by Van Dam. And then a neck breaker by Dudley. And then a kick to Dudley by Van Dam. Meanwhile, AJ and LA Knight still going at it. Oh no, just a punch on the ear. That'll stop him trying to eliminate you. That'll slow him down real quick. Big right hand by Shamrock drops Van Dam. Now AJ's got LA Knight. Oh, going Whoa, this is risky. It does, in fact, hold on, though. And LA Knight is the first eliminated from this second Battle Royal via a Hurricane Rana by AJ Styles. Very risky strategy. Neckbreaker. Oh, slams him down face first. Now AJ and Bubba Ray renewing their rivalry, and Bubba Ray eliminates AJ Styles. Wow, AJ Styles probably a lot of people's pick for this crown in general, but he's gone. It won't be him. Who will take on Cactus Jack? Oof. Punch to the face of Shamrock there by Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's a master technician, but he can get dirty and brawl with the best of them when he needs to. He can bend the rules. Oof, European uppercut to Bubba Ray Dudley there. Knocked him right off his feet. Now we've got two pairs. We've got Van Dam and Shamrock going at it. We've got Bubba Ray and Kurt Angle going at it. Van Dam's trying to eliminate Shamrock. Kurt Angle escapes the grasp of Dudley. Oh, Shamrock's gone. And Kurt Angle missed that by a country mile. Oh, and just gets kicked in his sternum for his troubles. Lion salt by Rob Van Dam. So the first TNA champion, Ken Shamrock, well, the first world champion in TNA history, shall we say, will not be the greatest TNA champion on this game. In fact, I think due to the nature of who's left, being Cactus Jack and then these three, it will definitely be someone who has held a title called the TNA World Championship. It's not going to be a Global Force Wrestling World Championship. It's not going to be the Impact Wrestling World Championship. It's not going to be the NWA World Championship in TNA. It's going to be an actual TNA World Champion, which is probably for the best. Because I feel like if that weren't the case, maybe someone would object in the comments and be like, well, actually, Ken Shamrock was never TNA World Champion. He was NWA World Champion, you know. Rob Van Dam gets back into the ring, avoiding elimination there. And now Bubba Ray eliminates Kurt Angle. Another one of everyone's favourite picks, I would say. But no, Kurt Angle eliminated. So it's Rob Van Dam or Bubba Ray Dudley that's going to go on to fight Cactus Jack. Excuse me. Rolling Thunder. Oh, excuse me again. Whew. I'm allergic to the goat getting eliminated, clearly. Who's going to face Cactus Jack in the final? One thing I know for sure is it's going to be two guys who have been ECW originals. Oh, Van Dam kicks off. But Bubba Ray survives that elimination attempt. Springboard is risky with Bubba Ray right there, but he kicks him right in the face. Right in the mush. Well, he's trying to lift Bubba Ray, and there's a big size disparity between these two, and Bubba Ray fights his way out of it. Scoops up Van Dam. Snake Eyes in the corner. Van Dam should just be grateful he didn't get launched over the top rope by Dudley there, to be honest. Those educated feet of Van Dam coming in handy once again. Snapmare takeover. Basement dropkick right on the ear. Right in the side of their head. Now Van Dam going up top. 5-star frog splash. That could be it for Bubba Ray Dudley. We saw how Cactus Jack hit his finishing moves and then really capitalized. And yeah, Rob Van Dam does the same. And now we have our final. It's going to be Cactus Jack against Rob Van Dam. And let's just get right into it, shall we? Alright, so I've decided the final should be at Gold Rush because it's on the game and it's an NXT arena and yeah, they're fighting to be the best champion. So, I want to give you some fun little tidbits during the entrances of this one. Both of these men are one-time TNA World Champions. They both won the title on the same day 1 year apart, April 19th. Rob Van Dam in 2010, Mick Foley the year before in 2009. Which I think is a crazy coincidence considering this is our two finalists. Yeah, like, really, what are the odds? Also, Mick Foley won the title from Sting in a 6 sides of steel cage match. Rob Van Dam won the title from AJ Styles in a 5-way match involving Hernandez, Matt Morgan, and Sting. So yeah, a lot of coincidental little details. between these two men's singular World Championship reigns in TNA. Both obviously have also been WWE World Champion. Both have competed in ECW. Both competed in WCW. Remember Robbie V? Way back when? At the same time. They were both in WCW at the same time. 1992, 93. They were both there, I'm pretty sure. Were they in ECW at the same time? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of little coincidences between these two. So, yeah. Anyway, really looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. This one not over the top rope elimination style. Obviously, it's one-on-one. Pinfall, submission, disqualification, or count out. Hopefully, we don't get a double count out. That would be the least satisfying result. No one. Who is the best? No one. NXT chance, and there, I downloaded one. I never use community creation stuff, but I downloaded a TNA World Championship for them to fight over. Because why not? There's the stage for some reason. There's the title being held up by the referee. Alright. There's the crowd and the boards. There's the Rob Van Dam. There's the Cactus Jack. Oh, look at this. Fast start. Oh, both men missed their initial attack attempt, though. And Rob Van Dam going for a monkey flip. Sorry, I just got distracted by a massive spider just rappelling down from the ceiling onto my desk, onto my phone that's sitting on my desk, and now it's going down to the floor. Don't know what his business is. He's having a great time. He's, yeah, he just came straight down. I was half expecting him to just pick up my phone and go back up. Like, he's like, I'm nicking this phone. Anyway, what's happening in the match? Cactus Jack's got Rob Van Dam down in the ring, but now Rob Van Dam fighting back. Look at those kicks, but Cactus Jack knows to avoid those kicks as best he can, as Rob Van Dam's feet are lethal. Now Van Dam out onto the apron. Oh, drops Cactus Jack down. Of course, again, not an over-the-top rope elimination type situation here, so it wouldn't have mattered if he had gone off the apron. Apart from the fact that it'd probably have hurt, and he'd probably rather not. Oh, look at that. Over the top. Big spinning kick by Rob Van Dam. Goes for the pin. Thinks he caught Cactus Jack sweetly with those kicks, but Cactus Jack thinks otherwise. Kicks out at one. Ooh! Low roundhouse right to the back of their head, and Cactus Jack did not appreciate that. I know he's fighting back into it. Uh-oh. Going mandible claw really early here, but he's got it locked in. Oh, and then just bounces Van Dam's head off the mat. Bit brutal, that. A little bit brutal. Oof. Kick to the midsection. I think Cactus Jack was going for that sequence he hit on Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. I think he was going for that pile driver, but Van Dam far out of it. And that could have been curtains for Van Dam. Mandible claw, pile driver, double arm DDT. I don't think anyone's kicking out of that combo. Oof. Drop kick right onto the side of their head there. Now takes Cactus Jack over to that set of ropes. Fires him off. Oh, and they run into each other. They collide. But Van Dam, clothesline. Jack up, Jack down. Van Dam ducks the clothesline. Thrust kick right into the jaw. And wow. That was like a springboard shooting star press. That was wild. And Cactus Jack just about kicks out at 2. Van Dam looked a little frustrated for a split second and then carried on with the offense. Going after the arm. Oh no, another kick. This one right into the midsection there. Snap suplex by Rob Van Dam. Now snapmares him over. Oh, and another kick right on the side of their head. And Cactus Jack's had quite enough of that. Rolls out, rolls back in, but Van Dam's there waiting for him. Fires him into the corner. And look, Van Dam can get extreme with the best of them, but he knows he's better off being in the ring with Cactus Jack. Split-legged moonsault. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Rob Van Dam picks up the win and is the greatest TNA World Champion on WWE 2K24. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments, and if you disagree, who's your pick? Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new here. I do all sorts of nonsense like this, and feel free to make suggestions for further simulated gameplay stuff I can do in the comment section. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.